Hey guys, Brittany Watkins here, and I am a weight loss coach. I specialize in working with the mind as it specifically relates to food cravings and emotional eating. And today is video number 3 in the Oprah series. For the last couple days, we've been deconstructing Oprah's weight loss blockers. So if you haven't watched those videos, make sure that you watch those videos as well. But today I want to talk about Oprah's third weight loss blocker. And weight loss blockers, if you don't know what they are specific psychological blocks that cause you to keep the weight on or cause you to gain weight after you've lost weight by going on a diet. So these are the reasons that you'll struggle with food cravings. These are the reasons that you'll struggle with emotional eating, because there's actually a part of you that wants to be a heavier weight than you are. And so, over the last 15 years that I've been deconstructing my own mind around these same problems, I discovered 7 subconscious psychological weight loss blockers. And if you have even one of them, it'll be really difficult for you to lose weight. Or like Oprah, because that's who we're talking about, you'll lose weight by going on a diet, but then eventually you'll put the weight back on. And the reason that we're discussing Oprah is because she's such a public figure, and God bless her soul, she's struggled so publicly with her weight. And over the years that I've followed her, I've been able to pick up things that she said in different interviews, and when she's been interviewing other people about her own life and her own story, and I've been able to figure out what a couple of her weight loss blockers are. So I'm hoping by sharing this with you that you'll learn something about yourself, and you'll be able to notice what your personal weight loss blockers are, or if you can relate to these weight loss blockers. Not everybody has all 7 of them. Sometimes you have 3 or 4 or 5. Some people do have all 7. So it's really cool when you can start to understand what each one of the weight loss blockers are, because then you know what to deal with. Then okay, in order to lose weight, yes, I need to eat healthy, I need to exercise, but why am I not doing those things? It's because of these weight loss blockers. And nobody's talking about this. This is, this basically is brand new information. And so, if you're wondering why you can't stick to a diet, or, now we're in March or we're coming up in March, and maybe you tried starting a diet in January and you've already been faltering and falling back behind, it's because of weight loss blockers. So, my mission is really to free people from this jail cell of wondering why they can't lose weight by following a diet or eating healthy, or why they can't stick to it. And so that's one of the reasons that I'm sharing this information. So let's get into it. So Oprah's third weight loss blocker is a specific weight loss blocker that I call the I'm too sexy weight loss blocker. Okay. And what this relates to is feeling uncomfortable sexually in your body. Now, one of the reasons that this happens is from actual sexual abuse. And that can be anything from, what we know and what we consider as sexual abuse, to just a sexual violation, somebody making a comment about our body. I once had a client who, she had developed pretty early. She was maybe, 11 or 12 years old, but she had these really full boobs. And she was getting ready for gym class, and somebody commented on her a boy commented on her boobs. Oh no, when she was running on the soccer field, that's what it was. She was running on the soccer field, and her boobs were going like this, and the guys were making fun of her. So anything that falls into that category as well is a sexual violation. And speaking about Oprah, Oprah has been very public about her being sexually abused when she was a child. And in my experience with working with people, this is the strongest weight loss blocker. So if you have any kind of sexual abuse in your history, it will be nearly impossible for you to lose weight and keep it off. Because what your subconscious mind is doing is it's protecting you from an invader, from an intruder, from that ever happening again. Okay, and what's the best way to protect yourself from something like that happening as a woman, right? To not look as voluptuous, to maybe hide yourself with some extra weight so that you don't have that curvaceous figure that we know men are attracted to, right? This is so common, and so when Oprah talks about being raped at a very, very young age, that's an immediate trigger for me that's probably the biggest reason that is actually, if she was working with my client, working with me as my client, I would say that's the number one reason that she has extra weight. And unless she addresses that, she will not be able to lose weight. So let's see what happens. So we know it's March 2016, or almost March 2016. And we know I've seen commercials about her being on Weight Watchers and she's losing weight and it's easy. Maybe this time she'll keep it off. But my guess is the weight will eventually come back on. And mark my words, it will be because of this weight loss blocker, the I'm Too Sexy weight loss blocker. So I want you to think about your own story, and I want you to think back to some of the things that have happened to you. You know, a lot of women, when I work with them, one of the most common things I hear when we talk about this is, well, you know, something did happen, you know, with this guy, but it was my fault. You know, I shouldn't have put myself in that situation. It was really not that big of a deal. I was so young and it was just something small, right? So there's a tendency to downplay these things in our mind. And I'm not here to make men wrong. I love men. I think men are fantastic. They're just sometimes confused about the way to treat women, especially when they're younger. So I want you to think back to some of the things that have happened to you, anything that could have made you feel uncomfortable sexually in your body. I just recently had a woman that I was talking to, and we were putting this together for her, and she said, I was telling her some of these stories, and what she said to me was, oh my gosh, you know, when I was younger, I used to go to the grocery store and I used to see my dad, and he would always stare at women with really big chests. And I remember when we were walking down the aisle that he would look at, I always knew what woman he was going to look at, because if she had big boobs, then he would look at her. And then she started developing big boobs as a young teenager. And so she felt like she had to hide herself. She would wear big sweatshirts and baggy clothes so that her father couldn't see her boobs, because she was afraid that he was going to look at her sexually. Okay? So again, dad's not doing anything wrong. He's just being a normal man, right? But to her, she felt uncomfortable with her body, in her body. And so her whole life, she's been trying to hide herself and hide her body so that she doesn't have this sexual attention that she doesn't want from her father. Now, this isn't going on consciously. You'll never be consciously aware of this. But you know, it's happening. You know, your body thinks it's keeping you safe. Your body doesn't want you to be violated. And that is one of the biggest reasons that if you haven't been able to lose weight by following a diet, or if you've lost weight and then you've gained it back, or if you can't stick to an exercise routine, it's because you have this weight loss blocker. So I encourage you to do some journaling, write down some stuff that's come up for you in this. And as always, you know, if you want to get some deeper tapping, I share those with my subscribers over in my community on BrittanyWatkins.com. So make sure that you download the free gift. If you want to do some deep tapping on this, I have a couple of classes a year that are completely free where you can come and you can do tapping with me. And it's a very, very different tapping. If you're new to tapping, or if you've been tapping for a while, I have a specific twist on tapping that makes it much deeper, that allows you to get to those places that you're usually not aware of. And so, you know, if you've tried to lose weight with tapping and it hasn't worked, it's because you haven't used these deeper methods and these deeper techniques. That's the reason I developed them. I was tapping for a really long time, and tapping could never help me with my weight problem. So I realized that I had to develop a new kind of tapping in order to address food cravings and weight problems and emotional eating. So anyway, so if you want to if you want to get invited to those events, you've got to go to BrittanyWatkins.com and download the free gift. And as always, you know, if this video really resonates with you, or you think that it could be helpful to somebody else, please share the love, share this video with as many women as you know that are struggling with their weight, that can't figure out why they always go on a diet and end up gaining the weight back. So, you know, we want to help as many women as we can free themselves from this jail cell of being trapped in this diet binge mentality, or, you know, not being able to figure out why they can't get the results that they want. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.